Morning. Welcome to the animation stream. I'm going to be doing more of this portrait study that I started. Started 2 streams. I think this is like the 3rd stream that I'm having a go on. Yesterday I realized that I messed up some of the proportions and the colors and stuff, so I brought the actual reference into kind of Photoshop, see if I can get the likeness a bunch more. Yeah, how are you all? Are you doing well? Swifty will be with us in a little bit when she wakes up. Reminds me, I've always wanted sleeping animation for her little avatar in the bottom right corner. We could have some fun with that soon as well. Okay. See. I feel like a little bit. Sometimes just taking care of that. I don't have to think. Hard. I'm never very good at trying to get, or I find it a challenge to get here off. I guess mapping that out would be good. Morning. How am I doing this gloomy morning? I'm okay. A little tired. I think better study it. I feel like I always stop and start studies and then lose whatever progress I made. But I find it quite relaxing. Pain face. I wish I was better at it. Study. My microphone is cutting out a bit. I think that's just because I'm not talking into it all that much. Is this any better? Thanks for letting me know though. Let me see if I can change the settings. See, I don't have to have the gate as strict because I don't have India talking. So I'll just keep it like that now, and it should be way better. So maybe her chin is too long. Maybe. Maybe not though. What are you up to today? Okay. Bandage change. Is that painful or is it just sort of uncomfortable? Or is it more like a relief to have like fresh dressing? Oh, okay. E. Okay. That that made my skin sort of like shudder. Thought of that. Ouch. Right. Okay. Yeah. E. In a way, I'm glad I asked, so I kind of I knew, but in a way, I'm just like, okay, I didn't. Sleepy Mike Brain didn't need to know that. Future Mike Brain will find it is useful and valuable information, though. So. All good. The streams are a lot more chill when it's just me. I think we can realize who brings the energy. The stream is definitely Swifty. But I'm like pretty concentrating on getting this as an accurate painting. That's my excuse. Ah, he's just thinking. Thinking them deep thoughts. Like, how does an eyelid even? Oh, I won't tell her you said that. But that's cool. Um, yeah, there's not really been anything new for me to like think to discuss. I've been watching a show that's called Weeds that feels like it's a mix between Arrested Development and Breaking Bad. And it has some really kind of cool character moments, but it's not super amazing. I enjoy that kind of like good comfort comedy drama. There can be only one Highlander. Hey, how is it going? Please tell me where I'm going wrong with this portrait. I feel like the whole face is kind of like too stretched. So let's just take a big old selection and just fucking warp her. I have seen Agartsuko, it's great. That's not what I meant to do. There's more of a perspective going on with the photo. Like if I were to put a sheet of paper across the face, even more angled downwards. Yeah. Yeah. You finished your Sonic shot. Didn't you like get it yesterday? What the hell? That's super fast. What did you do for it? Oh, yeah, I've been out of the loop. Gotta do a whole mirror warp thing. Canvas horizontal. You got a still. Added a surprise motion for when Knuckles hears Chaos Emeralds and move some of the clouds in the background. Cool. I hope you learned a lot from it. Maybe it's just the mouth is more angled downwards on the photo. Okay, okay, cool. I'm not going for like photoreal, but I want to get the at least the proportions like a little closer than I have. I should probably just do sketches of faces rather than full paintings though for that. I think this eye is way too far over to the right. You know, maybe I'll just start again. Taking what I know. There's a certain amount of confusion that I get when I've like moved elements around too much. You know what I mean? Like it's like trying to place something that just doesn't sit inside of the structure it needs to. So just give myself some breathing room. Yeah. Sometimes your drawing is drowning, you need to step on its head to get to the next viable floating platform. How's that for a mixed metaphor? Hey Tip. Your Twitter is full of Steven Universe reanimates, and now you're jelly. You're having a fun day. You gotta stop meds in preparation for surgery, and today you're feeling the effects of that. Oh, is it like withdrawal, or does it just sort of mess with your mood? Hit the tip. Right, I see. As some of my healing energy throws a ball of fusion. Nice. Okay, let's see if I can get these eyes to feel eye-ish. A lot of it is because coming down from the effects of it, and it should get a bit better after today. I got you. Yeah. Or my brain is spiraling out into remembering and thinking about people I have known that have been on like been on medication in the past. Like my brain is literally going, oh, that's like that thing, and I'm like, yeah, it is. Can you focus on the painting, please? Hence why I'm quiet. I figured I just say that and it give me something to say. I like this brush, but I'm not quite sure how to handle the edges of it, but it creates a kind of nice oil painty kind of feel to it. Silly Mike could, yeah. How am I feeling? I'm feeling fairly overwhelmed most days. Like I feel like I'm the bottleneck in a lot of projects, and everybody wants their shit done. That's how I'm feeling. So the stream is a nice way to like give myself permission to do something else, just even if for a couple hours. It's just for me. Bottleneck friends. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm the background artist, colorist, and color key artist for one project, and I'm the background artist, compositor, colorist, color for another project, and I'm assistant colorist for another project, and all of their deadlines are like in the next 2 weeks. Colorist sounds like another word for racist. I hope not. Because all my friends are colorists. Oh, I see why it would be. That's never ever occurred to me before. Great. Now that's what I'm going to think of every time I think of my job title. Thanks, Hamlet. I love coloring people. I love coloring them white. Please don't take that out of context. Damn colors taking our germs. Tried coloring in Flash yesterday, because I was gonna do a color key for something, but it was like one frame, and so it didn't really make sense to color the whole thing in Photoshop to hand it to someone else to color in Flash for the animation cell. So I just opened up Flash and did it. I can honestly say that I don't want to do that again anytime soon. Just all my hotkeys and everything just failed me. Had a nice gap closing aspect to it, but yeah, I much prefer Toon Boom's sort of color mode aspect to its layers, so that you can push down the line information to a separate channel and color there, rather than like adversely affecting the lines around it. Colorist to Tips sounds like a 6-year-old who loves coloring books and doesn't feel that their parents value the work they do enough. Oh man. Maybe sometime we'll get into the differences between my parents and Swift's parents, and how relaxed and unrelaxed we each are with them. Actually, no. Like I, like my parents are great. But I think you can see the different parenting styles have affected both India and I. Like, for instance, we're talking about homework, uh, and um, my parents were the kind that kind of left me to it. They trusted me to do my homework. I did it. I did it adequately. Like, I got passing grades. They didn't often, if ever, try and help me with my homework. Like, it was kind of the kind of thing of like, he knows that how to do it kind of better than we can. Let's just leave it to it. Yeah, he muddles through. Whereas India's parents would be very much more active and be like, okay, you got this homework assignment, but how can we make that even better? And they'll try and help her make like the best thing she possibly can for it. Um, Backseat homeworkers. So I think that both drove Swifty to want to push everything that she does. But I think also made her feel like she had to live up to higher expectations, or expected more of herself, which is reflected in how lazy I am, how unlazy she is, which is a good compliment to, like, she helps push me forward a lot of the time, which I in turn try and facilitate her march forward as best I can. Yeah, I'm a great listener, which isn't the best thing on a stream. Like, yeah, it sounds good. Uh, and then we all dealt different cards. But it just matters how you use them. Yeah, I don't think there should be a perfect middle ground. Like, if you had complete equilibrium, everything was balanced in your life, then you wouldn't I think you wouldn't explore as much. I see. Your parents were more reactive than proactive. Like when they saw you struggling, they tried to help. Like I repainted these eyes because I was just trying to reposition these ones around, and I was like, no, I'm just gonna draw them again, but this time better, faster, stronger eyes. You didn't have any motivation in school. I I think I got sucked into the mindset that doing well in school meant you were doing well in life, and I think it was a bad mindset because I just did enough to pass, but I never really like looked outside of it for extra learning. I did when I went to university though, because I was so like, I was like, you're really not teaching me everything that I thought I would be learning here. And it's a good it's a good realization to make early in university, is that they don't have all the answers. They don't give you everything you need to know. The like industry rapidly changes so much that it would be impossible for them to both keep up, write it into the curriculum, and deliver it. Like, the internet is the fastest growing, most up-to-date resource because it's made up of contemporaries and people actually doing it. Like lecturers, if they're in an educational setting and they've been there for a few years, like they might have a basis of knowledge, but they're not applying it because they're teaching full time. You know what I mean? Which is why visiting lecturers or like getting industry people to give like a talk, come in, is super valuable, because they can give you a condensed chunk that they've kind of like caramelized almost. I remember making like a really crap sketch. Like it was done in like 5 minutes or something, and one of my lecturers was like looking. I was in the class, I think. One of my lecturers commented that like that it was really cool or something. It's just weird. She gave me a praise in a way that I how to structure it, how to say this. She praised something I didn't feel deserved it, and therefore it made me doubt her like critical thinking and analysis of drawings and art and stuff. Like it was like if you I should just be like, oh thanks, but you know, angsty teenager 18-year-old Mike was like, this is shit, and if you think this is good then you're shit. Kind of mentality. But it just made me like to seek like outside critique than from my lecturers, or in particular that one. I had no idea what her artistic skill was though, because she never showed it. So I only had that as a yardstick. But I think that's the downside. Like if you're like 100% encouraging 100% of the time, then it loses the bite, loses the meaning. Like you're like, oh, that's really cool to everything. Then what's the difference between like what could that student do to get a different response from you? Nothing. So I think a little bit of dissatisfaction here and there is a good motivator. Like if a rock will move, whether you like punch it or tap it, then what's the motivation to move it anymore? Kind of I've got this kind of visual metaphor going. I don't even know where I'm going with this train of thought or track, but like if you have a goalposts and a ball, and no matter how you touch that ball or kick that ball, it's going to go in the goal every single time. No matter what, like you could just zero effort, maximum effort. That's one of your biggest excuses for being an asshole. When you finally do throw a big compliment, it means way more. I think it's part of the reason why I don't like to get caught up in like a tide of gushing. like the kind of cycle of, oh no, you're so good. No, you're so good. Everybody's great. Ah, so good. Hug everybody. I'm like, okay. This little cynical bear standing outside of that going, mm-hmm. I get that people need pep talks though. Oh man, Emlet, yeah, like we were talking that there must be a little like the little insanity in animation. Like, we live with a comic artist, and he's like, people have kept trying to push me into animation, but it's not something I wanted to do. And India was just like, yeah, why would you want to draw the same thing 24 times for a second worth of, uh, not always 24, but you know, like the examples, it sounds like you need to be a little bit crazy to want to redraw the same thing. I was like, yeah, but then you like bring something to life. Your college friend and you always gush about each other's drawings, probably because both of us think our own art isn't that great. I get that. I think there's sometimes where you can have a situation where you're so good. No, you're so good. Well, you could work on your perspective more. Well, you're fairly shit at an anime. You're only good at the anime because you draw the same body type constantly. But you're so good, and you're amazing too. Yeah, like there. I think there's room for encouragement. There's also uh room for honest discourse, and it's hard to be honest, but it's so worth it. Like you see artist study groups and peer groups and stuff, and like the most valuable thing you can get from those is like the trust and honesty that comes with knowing that they're giving you advice to help you improve, not to tear you down. And when you're just starting out in art, it's hard to find that because no one wants to knock you off course. But it's really important to seek out people that can uh, give you um, feedback that is useful and actionable. that comes from a place where a lot of like they know what they're talking about as well. But that's also hard to judge and find. I think it's a good thing to realize that if someone's being negative about their work, it may not necessarily mean that they think it's bad, but that it's not living up to the expectations they have of themselves. So the mismatch there is where the frustration is. And if that feels a little familiar to someone, it's kind of a realization that I'd made that was confirmed recently. Hey, Elaine. Yeah. That's cool. Giving people the option. Like, well, here's what I can give you. Here's the menu. Oh, I just elbowed the microphone. I'm really sorry. Scratching my neck. It's a similar thing in portfolio reviews. Um, it's easier to give portfolio reviews if you know where a person is trying to get to, and it's way easier to give a portfolio review if they're trying to get to the same place that you've tried to get to as well. But if you hand someone a portfolio that it isn't clear what the intent of the portfolio is, you can often get the kind of response of like, so what is it you want to do? So they're just looking for a way to frame their advice. And if you have a body of work that's diverse, the best thing you can do, rather than like being like, okay, I need to be one thing and like all my work needs to be that, is just have different portfolios and tailor the portfolio you show to, like, say you're talking to an environment artist, tailor your portfolio to show them environment art. And I know now you're thinking, it's so hard to make one portfolio. It's like, yeah, it's hard to do anything. Because I did that. I showed a portfolio and it was like, okay, these are cool. What do you want to do? And I'm like, I don't know. I was hoping you could tell me. Sure. You maybe folks like tips because they're a knowledge sponge. Yeah, I don't retain names of things that well. You just go harder, kind of look funny. I'm done with drawing and slap it on the internet. Like a musician that doesn't read notes. I think you have a good technical grounding though. Like I've seen you do way back. I've seen you do like value landscape stuff, and I think you would intuitively know how to make value work for you. Like I might be okay at color, but value I struggle with. I understand what I'm meant to do with it, but I just I struggle to get the correct read. Tips has a problem with authority. Just can't do what she's told to do. I'm laughing at Emma saying that's the nicest thing anyone has ever said to me, which is the Elena's jealous that Emma can draw boobs better than her. I think I might do a new rule from now on. As if I think something's wrong, I'll repaint it rather than move it. It might be a time sink in a way, but I think I'll learn more by repainting than by scaling and moving and fixing. It just means I'll have painted more eyes or more whatever else. I mean, if it's a whole head that needs scaled, there's a different issue. Like if I painted a head and it's like, this is too small, scale it up type deal. But for like micro corrections, I think I'll just repaint. That's not a thing that I think everyone should do, or like a general piece of advice. It's just a realization of like, when I'm trying to fix something, it often feels like I've spilt glue on a painting and it feels less honest. If I like rechange it, that's the, like, I've got digital tools at my disposal. I can do that. I can change it and redo a whole thing, and it'll be fairly seamless. If I like cut and paste an eye or whatever and it just doesn't feel right. I remember my IT teacher saying that eventually every kind of computer task that we do will be able to be done in the browser. And he was goddamn right. Google Drive, do everything. Like, who the fuck pays for Word anymore? What? I speak fluent British Sign Language because my sister is deaf. Yeah. That's pretty cool. In that, like, you've picked up a really useful language to know. Can you imagine if that was the only way to communicate with ghosts? It was like sign language because audio didn't pass the spectral barrier. Be like, I learned sign language to talk to my sister. She's floating in the corner. Okay, Tyler, take care. How long are we going? Hour and a half. Okay. Swifty was supposed to be up in about an hour ago. that hasn't happened. That means I get to draw a mustache on her. Actually, one sec. Because I'm not losing. No, I'm losing steam on this. Let's see. NDA, just a quick sec, so that I can look at my. Oh wow, my screen is. Interesting. If I minimize Photoshop, I just have like a massive black screen that doesn't show me anything. Super great. 50, where are you? There you are. Here we go. Let's make a new one of these. And then no, that just looks like she's like laughing hard. How would I show sleep? I guess it would be more like, yeah, rounded. Chasing rabbits or Sonic, but he's too fast. Hey, Hardik. How's it going, Hardik? How you doing? You want to animate Indy and Sonic running side by side now? Yeah. I need to make it a cuter mouth. I don't know how. I don't know how. Maybe that's how. A little drool mouth. Big open mouth with drool. Maybe. Nah, the cat mouth. The cat mouth doesn't really look good. Or I can't draw a good cat mouth. Although that's kind of cool. Okay, let's save that one. uh, a nose bubble. I guess it might make sense for it to be on the other side. Huh? I think I'd have to redraw the whole thing. Yeah, a properly sleeping on India. Like that. Wait. Mustache. I'll animate this sometime. Just gonna end it a second so that I can open goddamn save as menu. And I'm back. I think actually, like, I've got the overlay of us from an external thing, so this is gonna look fairly jank to begin with. Desktop. Sleepy Swifty. Sleepy Swift. Mike, no! What are you doing? Blasphemy. Blasphemy in the Church of Swift. Well, she literally snoozed and loosed. India's mustache could be the name of a children's book. I hear a jingle. Could it be a cat? I wonder if I could summon her with shaking a Dreamy's packet. Nope, too far away. How would the story of India's mustache go? Would it be like, once upon an August day, a girl lay awake in bed, but she was in a bit of a dismay, for she found a mustache on her head. It took up about 3/3 of her face. The rest of her features it did displace. It was India's mustache, so fine and so proud. Draw a summoning circle with the treats in the middle. I want to draw another face. A better face. Don't like this face anymore. Better one. Oh. I need another word that rhymes with "oud." But outside she was not allowed. India's mustache continued to grow. When it would stop, no one could know. Down to her ankles and further beyond grew the longest of mustaches. It became quite a shroud. Yep, this could be a book. I'm sure India's mustache would look like, I don't know. Big little nose. Big old bushy mustache. Little beady eyes. Big nose. India informed me yesterday that noses never stop growing, and so I'll get to witness hers continue to grow. I think there is a book about someone's beard that wouldn't stop growing, so we're infringing. We're infringing on that story a little bit. You keep biscuits in it. She looks a little bit like Nigel Thornberry. Oh man. Picks up a cup of tea while she's animating. I think she just keep animating. Smashing. My rough sketches are always so terrible. Ah. I need a better, more descriptive brush. See you, Tib. I might head off soon as well. You might not even see her eyes, just a fringe and a mustache. You just sneezed all over your tablet. Okay. Since this stream is just evolving into me drawing India with a massive mustache, I'm gonna head off, go get some breakfast and whatnot. Thanks very much for just keeping me company. It's been nice. And since it is Wednesday, we'll be back tomorrow. And may the rest of your day be filled with adventure. 'Cause you're all cool and great. Adventure. So let's put up the end screen, which I still mean to like animate us like in the thing. That'd be good. But yeah, you all take care now. Have fun. Bye.